Well, I can't talk enough about diversifying the models you paint. Going on with this theory, I found this little model, and he is really small, less than half size of a Primaris Marine. This could mean that it would be super hard to paint the details and it would take forever, or it would be pretty quick to do as a paint job. The latter fortunately turned out to be the case. It also helped that he has a pretty limited palette of colors, which could or should be used. It is not like a Space Marine. I mean, you can do whatever. So before we move into the video, I would really appreciate if you could have a look at my channel. I have more than 90 videos of different format, painting clips, some techniques, shorts as well. There is quite a chunky list of videos where I struggle to paint. As you can also see, there is a whole list of shorts in which I show some current things that I am working on and the history of the miniature models. I would really like some time to show most, if not all of them. I try to post a few shorts every week and a long format video as quick as it is ready. So leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, I will really appreciate it. Also, please have a look at my Patreon. It would really help me with moving on and getting better quality videos out. Every new Patreon will also get a gift from me. There is a Discord channel ready and there will be many other stuff for all of you guys. There is also an Instagram account. Go there and spread the love. Just that you know, the video is on 400 speed at all time. If you would like to see the real speed of the painting, just lower it to 0.25 in the video options. The model came in a double pack. This one will be a gift for one of my mates that loves Star Wars. The base was found lying in a pile of pre-made bases. He will not be a playable model and therefore the scale of it doesn't need to be valid. After gluing him, I sanded the rims of the base and then had to use Winsor & Newton brush cleaner to make it clean. After cleaning the model, I gave the base a few spots with some texture paste to make the ground more diverse. He had some minor holes in the bonding places and they had to be filled. For this I used milliput and isopropyl alcohol. Make a donut of the milliput and then pour some of the alcohol in the middle. Mix until you get a watery consistency and apply it on the places where you need. This will automatically fill the cracks and leave a semi-smooth surface that dries quickly and is easy to sand. Now, as he was dry, it was time to give him a primer and a black Vallejo coat as always. The base for his suit and the skin was a dark brown color, Rhinox hide. It was applied in a few thin layers on all of the areas that would be painted over later. The cape or the robe. Call it as you wish. It was done by using Steel Legion Drab, Zandri dust and Ushabti bone. Later I added some ivory to the last color to make an in-between shade for the biggest highlights. I also glazed some of the colors in thick glazes to make it more coherent. It took some time to put on the base paint, as again I was using a fairly thin one. After putting it on, I just looked at the model from above and applied the other colors on the points visible from above in smaller and smaller lines. To highlight the rest of the clothes, I used Mournfang brown and Skrag brown. After applying the last color, he seemed too bright for me, and I glazed some thin Rhinox hide on all of the areas to darken them down. For his skin, Rhinox hide was the base for the shadows. Then it was Caliban green, Waaagh flesh, Warboss green and Moot green for a few spots. It took almost no time to do that, and a good detail brush helped with picking out small spots. The higher you go, the brighter the muscle highlights should be. It was pretty hard with such a small model, but it was still doable. Yoda is an old chap, 900 years plus if I remember correctly. His hair was a base of neutral grey from Vallejo, with more and more ivory for the highlighted places. It looks a little bit skinny on the pictures. What I mean by that is that it has some skin color in it, and I don't know why, but I used a glaze of Ushabti bone on it. model apart from a few details was ready at this point. A relatively quick and nice paint job. I have really no idea on how to properly paint lightsabers, and also I didn't find any good materials on this topic. The blade of the sword got a white layer and I applied Vallejo fluorescent green afterwards. This was an easy way out of this problem. For the base I used the paints I already had on my palette. There was no need for any extra colors as they would be covered partially by snow and tufts later. I started mixing, stippling and wet blending them on the go. As the base was dry, I glued 2 snowy tufts and then prepared a mix of PVA glue and Army Painter Battle Snow. After applying the snow, I sprinkled some extra snow on the whole base as well. The last thing apart from painting the eyes, which I did off screen, was doing some light from the lightsaber. I think it's called object source lighting. I took the fluo paint and watered it down and sprayed from a distance on the model and on the ground. The fluo paint has terrible coverage, and this time it helped to make it smoother and more subtle. And this is the finished model. It took more or less 5 hours with the base to do him. A pretty nice afternoon spent on a quick paint job, and a good practice for the second model I will paint sometime in the future. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment. And don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.